Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another fun-filled episode, especially on tonight, for the Super Review Show's Mixed Bag, coming to you live once again from many caves. As always, I am joined by the incredible star-filled panel of Super Review Show panelists, Bill, Justin, and Ali. What's going on, guys?
What's up,
Going on,
guys?
Hi.
So, and just a friendly reminder of that,
Guys,
we the best
what kind of
podcast.
pie?
No,
Be the
no,
best
no, no. There's
podcast.
only one way to know that you guys are the best.
If we like and subscribe.
Wait,
Yes.
Allie, what kind of pie? You
What?
said hi. What kind of pie?
No, I said, how do we know if we are the best?
If you like, comment, subscribe. There we go.
But I do
So-
like pie. I like
I do-
the 3.1415.
No, not pie. Pie.
with an H.
Well, hi.
Hi, everyone.
I just said hi.
Um,
That was it. I just said hi.
my-
Yeah, what kind of pie?
Get on with it.
Get on with it.
Hell, we're waiting. I mean,
Oh, my word.
I don't know what kind of high. I've never been in that position before.
Yeah. Oh God. All right. Anyways, but as we cannot clearly get our heads together because we're so high, we're just so happy we can't deal with it. Tonight's
Nah,
podcast.
I'm more
is-
exhausted than high. So
We're more exhausted. We all had long days
You
today.
know,
We
just
have
for the record, none of us here are high. So,
Yeah.
just for the record.
none of us are high. Don't worry about it. I don't do drugs.
we're all sober.
We are all sober people right now. But no, as the title of this episode suggests, we're talking tonight. We're going to be breaking down and discussing movie and music moments that got us high, quote unquote. It's our 420 special. We're doing the first time we're doing something like this in general. So basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk about movies that at least some of us were watching when we got high,
Or
just,
some that just seem trippy.
or just movies that were trippy to us, like Batman and Robin. Anyone? We'll have to talk about that when we get there. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Who wants to go first? Talking about some movies and music that moments
You
that
mean the
got
one
us
who has never?
high.
You mean the one who has never had marijuana before? Yeah, I'll go.
I mean, I don't do. I've never done drugs in my life, so I guess I'll go first then.
I'm gonna say this. This is the one movie you will put me to watch if I was ever drunk or if I was ever high, and Bill knows what it is.
What is it?
You know the thing we talked about, the movie that you don't like. That I said I would only watch this movie if I was drunk and high.
I don't remember. Allie, I was doing a mock draft today. My brain is fried. And
Cats.
Oh.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the movie coming right up.
Yeah, but then you would probably get a sleep paralysis demon.
Oh God, let's not even talk about this. But we might as well because it got us.
In fact, that's what it looks like. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the horror. Go
Yeah,
on.
this is the only way you would get me to watch it because it is horrible.
Wait, are we talking
Yeah.
the butthole cut or no?
What?
Are we talking the butthole cut or no?
Justin.
Everything.
Everything. Everything to do with cats. Number one. Oh my God.
But it just felt like one of those weird, trippy moments where nothing feels right. And yet someone just decides there's a contest for somebody to die.
What?
And just the visuals, too. The visuals, too, make
I
you-
mean,
And
let's
Taylor
face
Swift
it,
as a
this
cat.
movie was made on drugs. There's
Yes.
no other explanation.
Did you hear when Seth Rogen was on quarantine, he actually watched this movie high?
I'm glad.
Did he really?
Is that what got him clean?
Well, he's
Oh.
clean now.
Joking.
Is he clean though?
I didn't know Seth Rogen
I-
watched this high. I want to.
It's Seth
The man's
Rogen.
a
He does
perpetual
everything.
stoner. He's not clean.
I
Coming
feel
soon,
there's gonna be a
cats
lot
movie
of Seth
commentary.
Rogen movies in this.
There probably will be, or a lot of Adam Sandler movies too.
I mean,
Wait.
that's the only way you can get through an Adam Sandler movie nowadays.
Ooh.
Oh, Uncut Gems was pretty good.
So
But that
wait, does that mean that means I have to get high and watch 50 First Dates?
Probably.
I mean, I've seen that one, wasn't high. I've seen The Water Boy, wasn't high.
I mean, those might be enhanced by being high.
They might be enhanced by being high. Who knows? We'll have to see.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, we are on fire tonight. Thank you for all of us who've tuned in. So, no worries. What else can you tell us about your cat's experience?
My cat's experience.
Yes, do tell.
I've never.
Isn't it obvious you got cat scratch fever?
But I'm paying.
Ugh, man. Let me just put in these words. Again, I have never, ever experimented with marijuana in any way possible. So I can't explain any of this. But just know that this is just probably the worst rendition of cats they would ever do. Even the Broadway version is creepy. And that was going on for like about a rendition of 15 years.
The Broadway run, really?
I don't know.
Yeah, cats ran for a while.
Yikes.
Here's the thing. When the Adam Sandler rendition of Cats does more justice than the movie Cats,
You know it's bad.
you done fucked up.
Oh, rip.
Yep.
Bringing out the bad ones.
Da-na-na-na,
That's
Justin,
important.
remember when I texted you I was watching this and your response?
Bill, don't do it. You still have so much to live for.
And then you texted me the next one. Goes, did you make through it?
I should have said, "Where's the booze?"
Like, this is a movie that you need. Your consciousness needs to be tweaked.
A lot.
Yeah. let's not even go there. But yeah. Catnip. Meow.
All right, I yield.
All right. Anything else for cats before we move on?
Yeah, don't watch it. It's horrible.
Unless you're
high.
drunk and high.
Which we support if you're going to be safe and respectful and responsible.
And don't drive.
Don't drive.
Yeah.
Listen,
And don't do anything stupid.
this is coming from people who
Do something stupid. Say it with me. Okay. Inside joke between the three of us.
That's gonna bite me right back in the butt when my roast comes. I know it.
Oh boy.
I'm already planning the jokes.
Oh, me too.
But as someone who doesn't drink and just doesn't do drugs to begin with, I will say though, if you are of legal age and you do want to do a drug or a drink, please do so responsibly. We do not support drunk driving or idiocy on the Super Review Shows podcast.
Or high driving.
Or
Yeah.
high driving. No.
Driving
no,
under
no.
the influence.
Get a designated driver.
I'm the DD for everyone here, so why not?
I know my rules. If I'm not drinking, if I'm driving, I'm not drinking.
Exactly. Please be
That's
careful.
the
Please be
rule.
safe.
If I'm drinking, then I better not be driving.
It's a PSA from the J-Man for all you out there who are just wondering. So, but yeah, no, but seriously though, I just can't emphasize enough. If you want to get high and get drunk, do it at your own leisure and be careful. Don't be an idiot. That's all I ask. PSA
Yes.
from J-Man.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
anyways.
Okay. Who's next?
Justin, do you have anything?
Okay, so back in college, my roommate would find movies for us to watch while we were smoking. One of them was The A-Team.
What? Wait, with the real Mr. T, you fool?
No. The remake, the one with Liam Neeson, Bradley Cooper.
Oh, so
Charles
they fools. So they fools.
On Disney Plus?
Wait, what?
It's on Disney Plus.
Is it really?
That's what it says here. That's
Oh
funny.
my god.
No.
There's one scene where there's a POV shot of the A-Team looking at a person, and they're all in a circle, and it's like they're talking to you, and they are just having the time of their life. And I'm like, what is this? What the hell is this? it was one of the craziest, funniest things I remember from college. When smoking. I just that scene of the 4 or 5 guys, almost like they were in the circle, grinning at this person that I don't know they captured or just saved, or I can't remember the fine details, but I had a fun time with that movie when I was high.
I've never seen it, so
I remember when it came out. I forgot all about this movie. I'm surprised it's on Disney Plus too.
Weird.
Very strange.
Sober, it probably wouldn't be as good, but
But if you're high or drunk,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's a Fox movie. That's why Disney Plus has it.
Oh,
Because
dun, dun,
Disney
dun,
Plus.
dun. Wait, is it on Disney Plus or is it on Hulu?
Ooh, that's
probably
a cool question.
Hulu.
It says
Because
Disney
it's
Plus
the
right here.
same app basically now.
Yeah, I mean Hulu is now integrated into Disney Plus. They had to buy it from them, so from Universal, whatever I found out. So
Yeah, all 30% of it.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, right. Yeah, Disney's got chump change, so they're fine.
Ah,
They're doing just fine.
Oh,
Cool. Anything else for the A team?
no, I haven't seen it.
just don't be a fool, you fool.
I pity the fool. There we go. I'm gonna go next.
Okay.
So I had this is a very funny story. So there I was minding my own business, and there I'm watching. Okay. For those of you who have listened to us for any period of time or watched us for any period of time, we did a show, I want to say in 2021 called The Worst Movies of All Time. And
Yes.
it was a good episode. It was Justin and Bill and I, and it was before Ali came into the picture, and we kind of we had a really big discussion about this. But I have a challenge for you, the listener, and our crew of panelists here. If you can watch Batman and Robin
Oh,
from 1997, the horrific, horrible movie that killed comic book movies for a short period of time in Hollywood history, that led the opening lines of the movie are I want a car. Chicken
Dick
Dick car. This is why
This is why
Superman works
Superman
alone.
works alone.
Exactly. Oh, so what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
the Ice Age.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Arnold Schwarzenegger had a little twins reunion with Danny DeVito at the Oscars.
Yeah, boss.
Oh, that was
And so
fun.
Michael Keaton.
I'm
That
sorry,
was
but that's Michael Keaton should have been in that movie, and then it would have been much more hilarious.
It would have been much more better. No, but anyways, so I challenge you, the listener, who listen to us every week, for those of you who tune into us. Safely, I encourage this. Safely get high and watch Batman and Robin. You're gonna have a much better time watching this movie than you are if you're sober or clean. I'm going to be honest.
We did a drinking game to this.
We should do a movie commentary when you guys drink to this movie. Every time they make an Iceman joke.
I did a shot at the back credit card.
What was it a shot of?
It was a Scooby snack, which involves Malibu, whipped cream, and Midori. No. Pineapple juice.
But you know what? I've said this before about Batman and Robin. At least you can laugh at how bad it is.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
It's horrendous. I mean, but George Clooney's Bruce Wayne was pretty darn good in it, believe it or not. He was in a terrible movie, but let's be real. His Batman was pretty. His Bruce Wayne was pretty good because he's George Clooney, and we saw him again in The Flash.
You know, they say that if you go up to George Clooney and said that you saw Batman and Robin's in theaters, he might refund your ticket.
Oh, that's
Now
terrible.
that's a stand-up dude.
That's a really good dude right there. That's a really solid stand-up dude. It's just it's so bad, it's bad. It's a legendary bad movie. But I will say this too about Batman and Robin, and we could throw Batman Forever into the mix too. But the both Joel Schumacher Batman films, if you get
No,
high,
Batman Forever, I will cut a little bit of slack for.
I will too. But it's still not like up to par with the first two in that run. They just kept changing actors, and Michael Keaton's like, I don't want to come back. It is so
Well,
bad.
no, it's not that he didn't want to come back. It was the studio was being a pain in the ass.
Oh, Warner
And
Brothers.
Joel Schumacher basically said, "Why does everything have to be so dark?"
Yeah,
And I guess that really rubbed him the wrong way.
I must have rubbed him in a 420 way. Ah, bad joke.
I mean, obviously, he was open to coming back as Batman at some point. He did the Flash. I
True.
don't know how that turned out.
That was not that was not bad.
The effects were abysmal.
They were good. They weren't. I know the movie was good. It wasn't great. You know what I mean? It was a solid like B movie.
The effects were abysmal.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry, but that's the first scene of the Flash running looked like a PS2 scene.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I do challenge our listeners and our viewers, if you have the opportunity to watch Batman and Robin while you're either high or drunk, you might actually enjoy the movie a lot more than initially interpreted. So let's, if I'm being honest. Yeah, let's move on from Batman and Robin and being high and drunk from there. Let's be real.
Okay, it's my turn, isn't it?
It's Bill's turn.
Okay, I'm taking you back to the 90s,
Yeah,
where a genre of movies came known as stoner comedies.
Hey, buddy.
And this movie is considered one of the worst movies of all time.
Biodome?
Hey, I was leading up to a joke with that.
Sorry.
Okay, I was good. It's this movie called I fucking hate Biodome. I fucking hate Biodome. I fucking hate Biodome.
Okay, you
Biodome.
stole that from the nostalgia
I
critic.
did. You know what they say?
What do they say, Bill?
Wait, aren't they in Omaha?
Imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery.
Ah,
Okay, so
Billy Baldwin and Pauly Shore.
I'm gonna have to clear my history.
so before I talk about this movie, I had to remove anything from this room that could be considered a risk. Yeah, it's that bad.
But Bill, you're still wearing your glasses.
Oh, good idea. Actually, no, that's a risk we're willing to take. I'm blind as a bat without them.
Yeah.
What says? Oh no.
But anyway, you think
4%.
Batman and Robin's bad? Oh, Man.
Stephen Baldwin. My mistake. Not Billy Baldwin.
okay. But anyway, I wonder. And after this movie, Stephen Baldwin found Jesus.
Oh
But
Lord.
anyway, this is a movie. It's about these two idiots. You know what the first line of this movie, outside from a newsreel show about a biodome, you know what the first line of this movie is?
What?
What?
Paper covers rock, you lose. That is literally the first line of this movie. And guess what? It
What?
only gets worse from here.
Oh Lord.
So these two guys, they're first of all, they're dating women who are way too good for them.
Yikes.
And why? Please don't ask questions. The quicker we get through this, guess what?
The better.
One of their girlfriends has like the most annoying voice on the planet.
How annoying is it?
She talks like this, kind of like a valley girl, and has sort of that high pitch like this. It's so annoying. It makes Gilbert Gottfried sound like James Earl Jones.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Those are two things that should not go together.
What should never go together?
Those voices.
What you just said.
Gilbert Gottfried and James Earl Jones. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot the actress's name, but she makes Gilbert Gottfried sound like James Earl Jones.
Yikes.
But anyway, they talk like this the whole time. And yeah, you could tell these two were high.
Wait. Are you talking about Jennifer Tilly?
But that's Jennifer Tilly.
Maybe?
What?
Hold on. We got to look this. I got it. I got the cast.
I'm
list.
checking. Hold on. I'm checking. Hold on.
I got it. No, Jennifer Tilly's not on the list.
Huh.
It's not Jennifer Tilly. Okay, so may I move on?
Yes,
Sure.
you're good.
But anyway, and there is this experiment known as the biodome, where a group of scientists are going to live in this biodome for a year to promote an ecosystem. And after being tricked by their girlfriends who think they're running off with swimmers, they accidentally sneak into the biodome and then they seal it for a year.
Oh Lord.
Imagine a year stuck with Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin.
Hey, buddy.
Justin, what happens once the dome is sealed?
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans. And by the way, you know who the head scientist is played by? William Arthurton. You know that, JT? You know who that is?
No, Bill, tell me.
Walter Peck from Ghostbusters.
Oh no, that's a career killer right there, man.
And I don't know who was high during this movie. Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin are the people who wrote this.
Probably the people who wrote it.
What do you think, Justin?
I mean, look, any concept can be made funny. It's just the execution. So
I agree.
I think Pauly Shore should get some of it because he's just not good in anything. I would probably say the same thing about Stephen Baldwin.
And it's
Like-
just a bunch of idiots doing stupid crap the whole movie.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't much of a script, and a lot of it was ad-libbed.
The movie is just so bad. And listen, you know what? I'm going to say this one. I don't think even being high will get enjoyment out of this movie.
Yikes.
The movie is just so stupid. It's a stoner comedy. I think everybody involved in this movie was high. And no, if you don't want your kids to do drugs, don't show them those PSA commercials. Guess what?
Why?
Just show them this.
That's terrible.
You'll become kids. If you do drugs, you'll become Pauly Shore, who God knows what he's doing nowadays. And you'll become,
Voicing Pinocchio
and you'll
in
become,
god-awful Pinocchio adaptations.
and you'll also become a Baldwin whose daughter is now married to Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it doesn't say much about your career when your highlight is Barney Rubble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Stephen Baldwin was Barney Rubble.
In Viva Rock Vegas, yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the shenanigans are not even funny. Listen, there are stupid movies that can be funny.
Yeah.
But they're just not funny. They just basically do stupid crap on the biodome until this is a movie. I think Doug Walker even said it best. We are actually sympathizing with the bad guy, who is Walter Peck. And I did watch some of this movie, mainly through the review, but I never want to watch this movie again.
Wow. That's frightening.
And this movie, it's like How come every time they come on screen, guess what? Yeah, this still isn't funny. My God. You know what? It's time to play a game. How many people you think who worked on this movie, Justin, no longer have careers?
Oh, let's see here.
Maybe a handful.
Let's check out the director.
IMDb.
These people have no longer have careers anymore, probably.
Jason Blum. Hey, the USA. Written by. Oh my God.
Tenacious D. That's probably the best part of the movie.
What is Jason Blum even?
Wow,
do?
1% on Metacritic.
Wow.
Jason Blum.
He's known to direct a lot of bad movies, apparently too. Viva Lost Nowhere, Soldiers of Fortune Incorporated.
Well, the director has gotten work on television.
Yeah, but that's not enough to justify this piece of crap.
Yeah, but anyway, Justin, do you think this movie with weed could be enjoyable?
I can't hear you guys.
Wait, can you hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Justin, how are you?
Oh, that's why. How that
He's good.
happened.
Justin, do you think this movie could be enjoyable with weed?
I didn't hear anything in the past 2 minutes because you guys were muted for some reason.
Do you think that this movie would be better with weed?
Um,
That's what he was asking.
I think this movie be better roasting over an open fire.
Oh.
Yikes. Oh man.
How much you want to bet before this movie started? They're like, before they worked on this. Okay, guys, your assignment just come as high as you can.
That is a 4 on Rotten Tomatoes.
A 1% on
Metacritic.
Metacritic.
Yeah. So, guys, Biodome movie commentary.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
But
I'm putting my
but
putting my
Justin
foot
and I
down
got
there.
that project. Remember, we watch the worst movies.
So you don't have
I
to.
don't have to.
I kind of I mean,
So that's something that Bill Murphy would do then.
yeah.
And yeah, so this movie is I had to remove all heavy objects in case I crush my computer talking about this movie. So
You're cool.
anyway, so please don't watch this. I don't think even getting high will make this movie better.
Oh my God.
But I talked about it because this is the stoner comedies that were they ever that funny?
No.
Were they? I don't know.
I don't think so, at least. That's me though.
Justin, you think they were ever that funny, stoner comedies?
I mean, there are a few stoner comedies that I think do transcend. We'll get to those in a minute. But there are those stoner comedies that were designed to be watched high.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on. I don't want to continue talking about this movie.
All right, you heard it here first. Al, you want to go?
Oh, it's me. Okay. So the reason I put this on here, I watched a reading of this. And
50
when they
Shades,
said
right?
don't do drugs are bad, it's the Wizard of Oz.
Ah,
I've been seeing this one high. A classic movie.
But you saw it high.
I mean, or any types of drugs whatsoever, because this feels like a drug movie in a way.
I mean, there was the poppy fields, so
Also, what
Good
kind
point.
of girl would talk to a strange scarecrow, tin man, and a lion who would follow them down the yellow brick road?
I mean, they were based on real people in Dorothy's life, so I guess it makes a little bit of sense.
You know, once you think about it, this movie is kind of a giant acid trip.
Yep. And
I
I'm like,
mean-
she just gets knocked in the head. by
That's
a-
my theory. She's hallucinating because she has brain trauma.
It's unfortunate.
Weeb. So it's like, no, like if somebody told you, yeah, I just went to a land of a wicked witch, a talking scarecrow, a talking lion, and a tin man, and I just saw a bunch of flying monkeys on carpets and a bunch of people singing "Oh we oh we oh."
And
Well,
little
You
munch.
sent to a mental institution, which
I
is
would
what
be
happened
asking
with
what kind of
Pentagon.
drugs you were on.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. This is not just a weed movie. This is like,
You know, before you go on, I just want to say, folks, we are having fun with this here. Two things I want to make sure. One, none of us are high, and two, we do
Drug-
not promote the use of harder drugs. So
3
Nope.
drugs are bad. Don't do them.
Don't do drugs.
we are just we are not promoting the use of harder drugs. So
Nope.
anyway. Oh,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah, no, if you told me you saw this, I'd be asking what drugs you were on.
Also, asking to know a lesson. What lesson are you going to learn when you're, you know, when you're high or stoned?
A lot of lessons.
So I guess in a way, I don't even know how to say this. This was probably the first drug-induced movie, even though it was only used to promote Technicolor.
Wouldn't that actually be Reefer Madness?
Really?
Reefer Madness was 34, I think.
But going from black and white to Technicolor. Or sepia tone to Technicolor.
You know, Justin, speaking of Reefer Madness, have you ever watched like the recent one, the 2000, like 5 or 6 one?
No, never did.
Reefer Madness. The music is fun. Anyway, go on, Allie.
I mean, doesn't this also have a familiarity with like what, Alice in Wonderland in a way?
I guess.
No, you could write that one into JT. Because it's like a girl pretty much goes down a rabbit hole, drugs, takes a potion and shrinks herself down, drugs, eats some sort of weird mushroom or carrot to make her big, drugs, sees rabbits talking, a queen who likes chopping heads off. It's like the White Rabbit song from Jefferson Airplane.
Oh, yes.
Just remember what the doorman said. Feed your head.
Did you know? No, like this movie actually got re-released in like the 60s, and it was actually popular among the psychedelic crowd.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense.
I wonder how they were when they were watching this movie.
And no wonder where Jefferson Airplane got the inspiration for the song White Rabbit.
You know, I think my favorite part of this movie is the Cheshire Cat goes, he just went there. Who went there? The White Rabbit. The who? The White Rabbit. Didn't you see it? Can you stand on your head?
That would get me concerned.
Cheshire Cat, voiced by the late great Sterling Holloway,
Oh, yes.
who also voiced Kaa in the Jungle Book.
And Winnie the Pooh and
Yeah, yes, I was getting to that. Also voiced Winnie the Pooh.
Uh-huh. Too late.
God, why are you guys all stealing my jokes and ideas tonight? Anyway,
Because we can.
Anyway, this movie is just a giant acid trip.
I feel like a lot of the movies I've been talking about are acid trips.
I think that's the point.
They
Yeah.
can be, yeah.
So in other words, any movie that you can watch could be an acid trip.
Cars could be an acid trip.
Could be.
Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow! Sorry, I had to.
Ka-chow, bro.
Ka-chigga. Ka-chigga. That'd
It
be
was gonna go way worse than that in a way, but
oh, like Dynaco Blue, man. I'm sorry. That could be a stoner movie right there. Cars. Just saying. That might be my next pick for all you know.
get through it. Just put it in there, JT.
No. Justin's next, and then it's my turn. So I don't want to butt in, but
Okay, so my next pick. I know we were going to talk about music, but I'm going to be talking about the movie about the music on this one.
Ooh.
Is it
I'm
what I
going.
think?
It is what you think it is, Bill.
Oh, damn it. I had it on my list. But hey, guess what
That's
that
what
means?
that means.
Wee! Squad!
Right.
Yippee!
oh my
I don't
god.
know.
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Hey, can we tag team on this one?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, dude.
So freaky.
Yeah, this is an unpleasant drug trip.
Well, depends on your state of mind. So I remember this airing on VH1 Classic one day and being like, what the hell is this? I knew that it had the music video to Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 in it, which aired a lot on VH1 Classic. Then it got to the animated segments,
Ooh.
which you are seeing images of right now.
Oh Lord.
For those of you who watch us live, you'll see it. For those of you who have not watched us live and listen to us, just Google Pink Floyd The Wall movie and just see what happens.
That is supposed to be a school teacher grinding children into chopped meat.
But remember, Justin, you can't eat your. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
Now I love the music in this movie, but the imagery is just bizarre.
Nightmare-inducing.
This one, if you watch the Empty Spaces video, that is a very
Can you see
intense scene. You also have Comfortably Numb was pretty unpleasant to sit through, honestly. Because that was when Pink was going through his metamorphosis into, well, a Nazi.
I don't get. One of our favorite things we joke about. Giant marching?
Hammers.
No, you're not on dogs. Okay, you probably are because you're watching this, but no, even if you weren't, guess what? It's illegal. It's not a giant marching hammers.
Huh?
Which are supposed to represent Nazis.
Oh Lord.
Fun fact, they actually hired real neo-Nazis for the Waiting for the Worm scene.
They did.
And surprise, surprise, they got overly rowdy.
Well, what you think was gonna happen, morons?
Exactly.
But Anyway,
And
go on.
need we speak about the trial?
Your Honor! The crowd will plainly show the prisoner who now stands before you.
By the way, that's Bob Geldof playing Pink.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the trial scene is absolutely freaky. Wouldn't you say, Justin?
It is, but I have an odd admiration for this movie.
I do too. I like it.
It's freaky as all hell, but it's sort of like a train wreck. You want to look away at moments, but you just can't.
Hmm.
It's got to be seen to be believed.
Do you think this movie makes things more? Do you think if you tweaked your consciousness for this movie, it would make it more or less pleasant?
Um, I feel like you might appreciate it more if you're stoned. When you're sober, I feel like you're just gonna find it freaky and unpleasant. I find that when you're stoned, it makes it go down a little easier.
Hmm.
Especially when the worm judge turns into a giant talking rear end. No, we're not making that up. That's true.
Yeah.
And guess what that means? I sentence you to be exposed before your peers. And guess what that calls for, Justin?
Tear down the wall.
Tear down the wall. I saw a Pink Floyd tribute band one time, and Justin, I don't know if I told you, they did the trial.
Oh, wow.
I was kind of blown away.
By the way, if anyone wants to see a really great concert, check out the Roger Waters Live in Berlin 1990 version of The Wall. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
that was awesome.
It had the Scorpions. It had Thomas Dolby and Cyndi Lauper. It had the late Sinead O'Connor.
And when they redo the trial, the best part, guess what it is?
Tim Curry is the prosecutor.
Tim Curry. How can you say no to that? I would love
Just
to see
hearing him say, "This will not do," just gives me goosebumps.
I would love to see. What would you say to a stage production of this, Justin?
Oh, I think it'd be fantastic.
There isn't actually an opera of it.
Really?
Yeah. But this movie, yeah, you're gonna be you are going to be
I'll say this: stick to the weed. Don't do anything else. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad trip.
please just be careful while watching this. Be careful. Did you see The Forgotten Ones? Now the music's great. The animation is actually done by Gerald Scarfe, who later did Hercules.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
So yeah, he goes from this to Disney.
Hey, he got more work. Good for him.
And you know who he's actually married to?
Oh,
Jane Asher, the woman who was at one time engaged to Paul McCartney.
Guess what this has been?
Random facts with Bill.
Random with Bill. Random with Bill. JT, we still got to give Vinny his shirt.
I know. I'm working on it.
But anyway, yeah, so Pink Floyd's The Wall. A movie you should be high when you're watching.
Oh God. Is it my go?
I just want to say, when you're not, there are some scenes that are very unpleasant. So,
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right.
Wall movie commentary coming soon.
Oh
Oh,
God,
Lord.
no. Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
This is way too trippy. Sorry. Hate to see that.
Justin, you'd be down for that, wouldn't you?
I would be down.
No drugs or alcohol will be involved.
Fair. Okay, that's fair.
Unless no, I'm just kidding. What was I gonna say? It's my go, right?
There you go.
Yes.
All right. So for those of you who have watched us for any period of time, or listened to us for any period of time, we do this show on YouTube live first, and then it's uploaded to podcast format afterwards. For those of you who don't know and don't know this movie, you should, because we did a movie commentary of it in 2018. And this was a shock that it is the most viewed movie on our YouTube channel. It's the most viewed video on our YouTube channel. And I kid you not, this movie is really bad. But we still did a movie commentary on it, and it was just bad. But if you watch it while you're high or drunk, you might actually enjoy it more. The Three Stooges from 2012.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
Yes, we're going there. We're going there. This movie, shameless plug for our movie commentary that we did in 2018. You can actually this movie was terrible. It was an adaptation of the 1930s or 40s serial films of the characters of Larry, Moe, and what's the other one? I can't think of the other guy's name. Curly, thank you. Curly, Larry, and Moe. And we did a movie commentary on this. I don't know why we did, but we did. And it's still up on our channel. You can check it out, whatnot. But it's a very bad movie. There's no defending this. I'm surprised we didn't bring this up last time we talked about this bad
I'll
movies.
say this.
What do you got?
The cast of the Three Stooges, the actual actors were trying.
Mhm.
They were absolutely trying. There's no denying that.
And you know what? Larry David as a nun was actually kind of funny.
That was the only good thing about that movie was Larry.
Yeah. So if you really want to hear our opinions and my opinions of this, just go on to YouTube and search the Three Stooges movie commentary. And we actually did give an entire reaction and review to the whole movie from 2018. I don't know why that movie commentary is our most viewed video on our YouTube channel. To this day, it still gets views, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why, no idea how.
Probably wanted to see the two men get tortured.
They probably
And
wanted to.
that was the only legal way to do so.
I don't know, Justin. This movie. I don't know. I really don't know why it's our most viewed anything. The commentary came out great on our channel. It's shameless plug for our content, but come on, it's just a really bad movie. And I feel like if you were to watch this movie with, some sort of drugs or some sort of alcohol, you could probably get away with this movie being passably okay. I mean, if you watch it, if you're sober, then absolutely not. 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 If you're sober Yeah. So you want to talk about that for a sec? That's just another example about how a bad movie can just. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
I remember seeing this movie in theaters.
You saw this in theaters?
My parents
Yeah.
dragged me to it too.
Bill,
I've
did you
never
see it in
seen it.
theaters? Yeah, okay. Well, Bill, you can watch our movie commentary of it. It's on our YouTube channel that we do all the time. No, but this is a really bad movie. And you might actually enjoy it more if you actually watch the movie high, stoned, or drunk for all we know. And we encourage that if you're being safe, we're gonna keep reminding you of that. Please be safe. I beg of all of you who listen to us, all of you, the listener, just be safe when you do that. Just don't be an idiot. That's all I ask. We promote fun, but we also promote safe fun. So there you
Yeah.
go. But anyways, that is my next pick is the Three Stooges. I just want to see something for a second. Hold on one sec. I'm doing this on our while we do this live, but I just want to see something for a second. Full movie. Let's see.
What are you looking for?
I want to see if our video comes up.
Shouldn't you just put Three Stooges commentary, super review show, then it'll come up? Once again, I'm the genius.
Or you could, I don't think you even need to write commentaries.
It's right there.
Review
What
show.
can I say except you're welcome?
It's the third result on
How
Google.
many views did it get?
It's currently sitting at. Hold on. It's currently sitting at. I gotta mute it. I'll check in a second. But yeah, that's what I picked up, which is the Three Stooges. I will check it. There it is. That's it right there. That's us. That's our movie commentary that box office flop. So I'm not gonna click on it for a sec. It has over 437,000 views.
Jesus.
Whoever you are and finding our content like that, good for you. But I don't know why this movie became our number one most viewed thing on our
That's
channel.
like modern Smosh numbers.
I know, crazy. So, anyways, that's my next pick.
Hit on Smosh then.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
whose
You
turn is
ready
it?
for mine?
Yeah, Bill, good.
Okay, you know what? This movie was actually released in the early 1940s, but it gained a following like Alice in Wonderland in the 1960s. And it was a movie that Maestro.
Oh,
Fantasia.
oh, Fantasia.
Oh, I thought you were doing Phantom of the Opera.
I thought you were doing Dracula.
No, the opening. No, Fan, the Disney movie.
Sorry, I can't type for my life.
Fantasia. Oh, so Fantasia 2000 is what you're talking about.
No.
There we go.
Anyway,
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
this movie became in its 1960s re-release during the psychedelic era. Because even if you look at the first opening number, which is what I just did, the toccata and fugue,
Yeah.
which is done by an orchestra instead of an organ, which I admit, I got to admit, it kind of sounds weird when it's not on an organ. But anyway, but no, because that first concept is absolute music that doesn't tell a story. It's just random images that come to your mind if you hear this music.
Mm.
And you know, when people look at this, you know what they probably say when they're high, when they watch this? Pretty colors. And but then there's more. There's the Nutcracker suite when they show, and that's trippy. The dancing mushrooms.
Night on Bog Mountain.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. The Rite of Spring. Actually, no, the Rite of Spring. No, Pastoral Symphony. I think I'm thinking of. with the rainbows and everything. What about the Sorcerer's Apprentice? You think that's a bit of a trip?
Oh, absolutely. Do 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 do
Do
do.
do 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 dum 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 dum. Also, fun fact: the head sorcerer, young Sid, it's Disney spelled backwards. Like, who? You got to be on something if you're imagining brooms with that are helping you, and then you're flooding the basement.
Yeah, cheap cigars.
But yes, the the like I said, the Nutcracker Suite, the Pastoral Symphony, and what is it, the dance of that was a do 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 with
Hello, father. Hello, father.
the dance and with the hippos and everything. I'm like, but we all know the scene everybody loves to talk about. Justin,
Night on Bog Mountain.
you think that's an acid trip?
Oh, absolutely.
When okay, for those of you who don't know the segment, what's his name? Chernabog,
Yeah,
who is
the
basically
devil.
and Night on Bald Mountain is Walrus Night, which is basically similar to Halloween. And he summons evil spirits just so he can destroy them again. And no, you see him like the giant devil with taking the souls, throwing them back into the lava to destroy them. But because you know what follows the Night on Bald Mountain.
The Ave Maria.
And once you think about it, it's kind of like it's already a contrast
Yes.
between good and evil. But once you think about it that way, it's sort of like if we're talking about like high and being high and stuff, it's sort of like coming off the high,
Right.
getting out of the acid trip and finally returning to normal. And did you know there was actually supposed to be a statue of the Virgin Mary at the end, but Walt said it was too overtly religious. Okay, but the devil destroying souls, that's okay, I guess. All right, let's go on. But anyway, this movie, one, I'm gonna say this is one of my favorite Disney movies. And two, looking at it as an adult, you could tell this movie's sort of trippy. Would anyone here agree with me?
Oh, I'd agree.
It's like Alice in Wonderland. This movie actually got re-popular in the 60s with re-releases, and because people were probably going to theaters high as a kite, thinking, wow, wow, wow. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see a Fantasia live in concert.
That would be fun.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else got anything else on the docket?
I think it's Allie's turn.
It is me. Just give me 1 second. So why don't you just skip to Justin for now? Because I'm just
All right.
thinking.
So let's talk about Seth Rogen for a second. The official stoner of Hollywood Um, particularly, I want to talk about Pineapple Express.
Mm.
How many of you seen this movie?
I have not.
Nope.
So the plot of this movie is a stoner witnesses a hit on a person and runs away, but leaves behind his roach. A roach being the butt of a joint, like the discarded butt. And the guy who executed the hit was able to track him down because he was smoking a very rare strain of marijuana at the time known as Pineapple Express. So it becomes um this cat and mouse game of trying to bring the killers to justice, uncovering this corruption, and betrayals are made, bad impressions to parents are made, and it's a fun time because these guys are high as a kite and they have no idea what's going on half the time, and it gets surprisingly violent at times for a comedy. I think this was like one of the first movies to put serious stakes and action into a comedy. And the opening scene of the movie is they're trying to determine whether or not marijuana should be illegal back in, like, I guess it's the 60s or something like that. And it's Bill Hader just describing how amazing it is to be high. And then the general calls up, I guess it's the FDA or what have you, and he's like, "This is a general. Illegal."
So it's sort of like a satire of like marijuana being illegal and
The beginning is, yeah, and then it turns into more of an action comedy.
Mhm.
But what makes it so funny is these guys are complete idiots. They're stoned all the time, and they have no idea what's going on half the time. And Danny McBride's in this movie, and he sells these guys out. And at the end of the day, they're still hanging out. Like, what the hell? He stabbed you in the back, and he stabbed you in the chest. Why are you hanging out like it's nothing?
I've never seen this movie, but it sounds like a blast.
It is a blast. I think you'd have a fun time with it sober. I think you'd have an amazing time high.
Mm.
All right, you heard it here first from Justin. Is it my turn?
Yep.
They skipped me because I had to think for a second.
Yes, go ahead, Allie. What do you got?
National Lampoon.
Which one?
The Vacation and the Christmas Vacation.
Really? Okay, tell me why.
Who would first off, it's like, I mean, it's definitely weird, first off. I mean, mainly on the road when Clark sees Christy Brinkley in a Ferrari. I'm like, are you sure he's not on drugs or something seeing that? And then seeing Christy Brinkley in a hotel.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Justin.
And then causing pretty much, it feels like Clark is on drugs this whole time, causing disaster to his family, pretty much killing. I forgot who died. I forgot who the name was that died. It was an aunt or something.
Oh, the grandma.
Not the grandma. It was a great aunt.
Oh, I forgot. What was it?
Anybody knows? I might look it up.
Yeah, take a look.
Think it's Aunt something. I gotta look it up. Also, Jane Krakowski's in it, having weed in her room.
Hmm.
That's right. Jane Krakowski's first movie.
Also, let's not forget a young Anthony Michael Hall playing
It's
Russ.
It's Edna. It's Aunt Edna. That's true.
Who would be later recast as with Johnny Galecki, who, yeah, for Christmas Vacation, he was recast as
right. You're
Galecki.
right. I mean, I barely watch Christmas Vacation, but I was looking this up when I was looking up the shoot, my brain is losing it today. When I was looking up to make sure National Lampoon is a movie you can watch when you get high, and one of them I found was the Christmas one you can watch while getting high because of the slapstick comedy.
I mean, yes, I would prefer Nana's eggnog personally, but
Yeah. And all those hamburger helpers.
also Kick-Ass theme song by Lindsey Buckingham.
You can never go wrong with Lindsey Buckingham and Holiday Road.
Holiday Road.
It sounds like already you want to get high. Even though it's a road trip song.
Want to hear a fun fact?
Sure.
For those of you who remember this, good for you. So when I went on my cross-country road trip in 2021 and Bill had to take over for a week without me, and Justin was here too for that, before Justin became an official member of the Super Review Show channel, I actually watched your show live that night because I was down in South Carolina. But anyways, that was the first song we played on our trip was Holiday Road. It was the very first song we played.
Nowhere.
What's that?
Wasn't Road to Nowhere.
It was the road to Cleveland first.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this, JT. Did you see a
Cleveland.
in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Ford?
We saw some pretty crazy stuff across the country. I will say that. So, I mean, we didn't see Christy Brinkley in a Ferrari. We saw Ferris Bueller in a Ferrari.
Who?
Matthew Broderick.
Oh,
Just kidding.
God.
Bad jokes.
No!
Those nuts.
We were in Chicago. We had
watch
to.
when you're high as well. I don't know why.
No.
You're?
Yeah, no, we were in Chicago then. We almost saw. We went to the aquarium. It was a fantastic trip. But what I'm saying is though, we did see some crazy things across this great nation. So it was crazy. That's all I have to say. But that was the first song we played. Was that one? So.
Oh. Yeah, but that's it for me with my lists.
So it's
I
back.
had one more, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, depending on the time.
All right. So it's back over to me.
Yeah, now it's you.
Well, this is my last pick, just letting you guys know, because I was kind of scraping the barrel a little bit about what we could talk about tonight as far as this topic goes. But since I did bring it up before, and if you really want to think about it, Justin brought up Pink Floyd's The Wall as far as animation goes, and I have not seen the movie, but just by the images we saw tonight, yeah, I could definitely agree with you on that. But listen, I said this before about I want to say maybe an hour ago. I lost track. I don't even know. Cars. Hear me out for a
We
second.
knew it was coming up.
They're making a left
Right,
turn.
your case.
I want to ride it all night long. Family Guy did it better.
So hear me out for a sec. Hear me out for a sec. If you, oh my God, there's so many great memes about cars. But ciao. Hear me out for a sec, ladies and gents. So children of all ages out there, Cars is a fantastic Pixar movie. My personal favorite is Cars 3. That's just me. But Cars 1 is so trippy. Because if you watch this movie high, I guarantee you're going to have a different experience every time. Because let's be real, okay? Cars, for those of you who don't know, it's about Lightning McQueen, and they have to race. He has to win. He has to win the Piston Cup.
What is cup?
He Justin. He pissed in his cup. It's the Piston Cup, right? The Piston Cup. He pissed in his cup.
And you got the guy, the guy who actually won. I won. Now give me the piston cup. Now give me the confetti. Boo.
Ooh.
Oh,
That-
easy on the confetti.
Gachigga. It's so stupid. But no, Cars, listen. Yes, it's Pixar, but it's talking cars. Like, how stupid can you get? Let's be real.
See, the only reason why I would think that would be a stoner movie is the logistics of the Cars world.
Exactly.
Hmm?
Like, you know how many people
Do these
Google
cars
like,
become sentient? Do
yeah.
these cars have brains?
That's a good
What
question.
are the brains?
Mm.
From the
What is
manufacturer?
the anatomy of a car?
Exactly. It's so dumb. It's legendarily stupid, but I love it so much. Lightning McQueen. Freaking Owen Wilson. Wow. Thanks, Mr. DeKing. It's such a stupid movie. This is why it's my last pick. Oh my God. But Cars, I have to. Hold on a second. I have to. I have to. Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. So it's I love like the Cars memes are just fantastic.
Oh,
my
you know what? I'll bring up one more movie.
Cars.
Madam Web.
Sure.
Really?
What's it?
Are
What do
you kidding me? Didn't that movie just come out?
Yes. Hear me out.
Oh, I'm gonna chime in a sec, but go on.
This movie was incompetently made. It is mind-boggling. And when you're high, all you're going to be asking is why? Why is there a boom mic in one of the shots? Why does it seem that Dakota Johnson can't open up a soda can? Why is there so much emphasis on doing CPR? Why is the
Lord.
last scene reminiscent of Charlie's Angels?
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Hide everyone.
Now you're making me think of another Marvel movie you could watch when you're high.
Oh, what is that?
Multiverse of Madness.
Ooh, yeah.
That is a fun. Honestly, either
That's what I think when they go for all the multiverses. I'm like, is this an acid trip?
Was that?
Like when they go through all these multiverses.
That is an excellent scene. But also the first Doctor Strange, when
Yeah.
the one opens up his inner eye.
Oh yes. Yes.
Chef's kiss.
And don't forget about the zombies. Come on.
Oh, zombie Doctor Strange.
Yes.
So,
I love it.
unpopular opinion.
Zombies. I don't know why.
Unpopular opinion, because apparently there's a lot of hate towards Multiverse of Madness. That's I like it better than the first one.
Really?
Same here. Like I barely watched the first one.
Like, people took issue with, oh, they barely had there were only a couple of universes in Multiverse of Madness. Oh, they wasted the Illuminati. Oh, there weren't enough cameos. Oh, we just did the evil Wanda thing in WandaVision. I don't care. It's a fun ass Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah, take that.
Stephen Strange. Possessing a dead body is illegal here. Cease your dream walk immediately.
Not illegal, forbidden.
I kind
And
of
don't
wish
forget
we
about the
saw
Illuminati, like all falling apart, unfortunately.
going back to
And the
Madam
only time John Krasinski was Mr. Fantastic.
Listen. 2 words. What mouth?
God.
When that happened, you can ask Bill. There was a huge smile on my face because I knew shit was gonna
Oh
go
my God.
down.
And don't forget about Professor X when he goes and,
Were stupid decisions made? Yes.
of course.
But come on. It was so much fun.
What? And we got to see Captain Carter finally make an appearance in the MCU. Besides What If.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure we'll see her again.
Was there any other super movies we wanted to touch on at all or no?
These super movies, I mean,
I have another movie in general that I'd like to touch on.
Sure,
okay.
Bill, what do you got?
This is the end.
What?
This movie?
Yep.
Yes, Justin, you and I saw this together.
Yes, we did.
Forgot about this movie.
Well, it's the King of Stone movies, Seth Rogen,
Seth Rogen.
James Franco, and I forgot the other guy's name. Jay something. And they're over a house at party at James Franco's house, and then the end of the world happens.
The Rapture.
The rapture happens. And yeah, this movie, I remember it being funny, but it has that stone comedy type humor. You know, Justin.
Yeah.
It basically has your typical 2000s stoner comedy type humor. And then, because then in the end, when Jay and Seth Rogen are in heaven, they're like, "Hey," and they start smoking the weeds. Oh my God, that was funny. Joints. I'm sorry, my brain is scrambled right now.
You want some
You're
bacon
good,
with
buddy.
it?
So, what y'all thought of this? Justin, what do you remember of this movie?
Oh, it's a fun time.
It is a fun time. Weed or no weed required?
I don't think weed's required, but I'm sure it'll enhance the experience.
Remember, the power of Christ compels you.
Oh, does it? Does it, Jay? Well, guess what? It's not very compelling.
You gave him a line from The Exorcist. I'm sure they did their research. The Exorcism of Jonah Hill.
Oh, Lord.
And who knew that Jonah Hill ended up being a terrible person?
I mean, he was left behind by the Rapture, so.
Oh, that explains so much.
As was Emma Watson and Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum?
Hey, what's up, guys? And
He's
they
been
get
abandoned too? So yeah, this is the end. That's my final movie to talk about.
All right. Anything else, guys?
I think I'm good. You guys?
I'm good.
I'm good.
That's gonna do it for us, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, as always, to our super review shows mixed bag. Thanks so much for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us tonight. I'd like to thank the Starfield panel of people who do this podcast with me. Say that 5 times fast. For doing this podcast with me as always. I tried there. Bill, Bill, Justin, and Allie, thanks so much for tuning in. Bill, you have something to say.
Sports Insanity podcast on the Sports Insanity Network. Don't forget to check us out. We are on all platforms.
Yep. And baseball season's kicking in. I'm sure you guys are busy over there with that, right?
NFL drafts coming up. So yeah.
And check out our out of the theater reaction to Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare coming out this weekend.
Yes, look forward to that on our
it tomorrow. So
check that out on our YouTube channel as well. Because for those of you who don't know, I put a poll up on our channel saying, "Hey, what do you guys want to see more of?" And like out of all of you, the most one that got the most view, most taps was out of theater reactions. So we're gonna try and do more of those as time goes on.
And
yes,
most importantly, don't forget to come back next week for.
You probably have not have said it.
What was that, Allie?
Probably should have not have said it like yours.
Well, it was already out of the bag.
It's already public knowledge now.
it's out of the bag.
Yeah.
No, we made it public knowledge after mine. Remember?
Oh yeah.
The roast
You
of
thought we
Justin
were gonna do
Favaro.
something, and I'm like, well.
You can only
roast-
really surprise the audience once on that.
Yeah. The
Just you wait, Justin. I literally was working on this the past couple of days with yours. Although I barely know you, I got enough information.
yikes.
So anyway, don't forget, next week we are doing the official roast of Justin Favaro.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Then you will not have another roast for the next 4 months. So usually that's me.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy over here.
Who knows if I'm here?
We'll see.
I'll even
We're
try to
gonna-
roast myself if it makes you guys happy.
So
So
I'm
don't
already
forget.
working on your jokes, Allie. Already
Right.
working on JT's jokes.
damn it.
Justin, and remember, next week for what? Remember, payback's a bitch.
Oh, karma's a bitch too.
Karma is my boyfriend.
Remember, Bill, I know where you live.
Unfortunately, you
No,
do.
no. I'll make sure Justin doesn't toilet paper your home or throw eggs at it.
Oh God.
Thanks for the ideas, Allie.
Those are childish ideas. There could be
No,
worse.
no. He's just kidding. He's just kidding. So, all right. Well, listen. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in as always. So, for all of us at the Super Show, stay safe.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Take care. And
And
Be awesome.